we've got 3 supersets for you with a nice little finisher at the end. We're going to be focusing really on those pushing movements. So we're going to start off with a high-low squat and a single leg bridge. For our high-low squat, you're going to want to have 2 weights that are of equal resistance. We're going to be doing everything 3 sets of 10. So for this, we have 2 options. If you have a little bit heavier weights that you're going to be challenging yourself with, we're going to do 10 reps total. If you have a little bit lighter weights, then we can certainly do 10 reps each way. So I'll explain what that means. So for our high-low squat, we're going to have 1 weight in the higher position, so in the front rack position here, and 1 weight lower. So as we do our squats. So we're going to hold our weights here. We're going to squat down, pushing up, really driving through our feet. Make sure that your feet are about hip width, maybe a little bit slightly wider than that, toes slightly turned out. And then we're just going to hold those weights in those positions as we do our squats. So again, if you're using heavier weights, do 5 this way. Then we're going to switch our weights and we'll do 5 this way for 10 total reps. If your weights are a little lighter, then let's do 10 each way. So really push yourself for your 3 sets that way. Then we're going to move into our single leg bridge. We just did these yesterday too, so we should be pretty well practiced. We're going to be on our mat, lying on our back, feet planted on the floor, knees bent. Just a slight pelvic tilt just to keep our back flat on the floor. And then we're going to be driving up through 1 heel, 1 foot, to bring those hips up, really using those glutes to push ourselves up. So we're going to do 10 on each leg. So that's going to be our single leg bridge. And that's our first superset. Our next superset is going to be starting off with a lateral lunge. So if you want to do weight with this, you certainly could. Holding it more in that goblet position here. Stepping to the side. Getting your squat in. Switching sides. You could certainly do that. If you'd rather just do body weight, we can always just keep our hands here in the center and do our lateral lunges this way. A little challenge would be to add a reach. So as we do our lateral lunge, we want to really make sure that we're focusing on getting those hips back as we lunge to the side. So you should really feel that in kind of the outside of your glute on the side you're stepping with, and then a slight stretch on the inside of your opposite thigh too. So our lateral lunge. Then we're going to move into a single arm thruster. So we're going to have our feet about hip width apart. Our weight's going to be at our shoulder in the front rack position. We're going to do a small squat and then follow with an overhead press. So we want to really make sure that we're using those legs as we push that weight up. So we should be able to use our legs to help create some force to get that weight up. It's our single arm thruster. Again, 10 on each side. From there, we're going to move into our windshield wiper push-ups and our single arm block press. So the windshield wiper push-ups are going to be challenging. It's a lot of push-ups. So a couple ways we can do this. We can do 10 total reps of the push-ups, or we can do 10 to each direction. So we're going to start here in the center. We're going to start with a push-up, and then we're going to do 2 walks to one side, push up. We're going to walk ourselves back to the center, push up. Then we're going to walk ourselves to the opposite side and push up. Always finishing up, coming back to the center with a push up. So as you can see, it's going to be a lot of push ups if you decide to do 10 both directions. You can certainly modify this and bring it down to your knees. Push-ups are challenging. So here we are, modified push-up position. At the center, we'll do a push-up. Walk our hands 2 to the side. Another push-up. Coming back to the middle. Another push-up. Walking 2 to the side. Push-up. And again, coming back to center. Really make sure that as you're doing your lateral walks with your hands, you're really keeping that core engaged throughout your movement as well. So it's going to be working not only just your arms, chest, it's also going to be working your core. So it'll be a great full body movement for sure. And then we're going to move to a single arm floor press. We're going to be back on the floor, knees bent, feet flat on the floor, lying on our backs, slight pelvic tilt just to keep our core engaged and our back flat on the ground. We're going to start with our weight at about chest height, and we're going to press that weight straight up and kind of bringing it in just slightly so that we're really engaging that chest muscle as we do our floor press. And then we're going to want to switch hands, so we're getting 10 reps on each side. All right, so those are our 3 supersets. We are going to finish with a finisher. So we're going to do a new movement. It's called a sit out, and then we're also going to use a plank. So for our sit out, we're going to be kind of a modified plank position here with our knees slightly up here. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to take my left leg and I'm going to bring it out. I'm going to rotate my hips through, bring that left leg out, and I'm going to touch my toe. Come back to center, rotate, leg out, touch the toe. So that's going to be our sit out. Making sure that we're always coming back to center and just really make sure that we're balanced before we start the next rotation to the other side. You can certainly do this without touching your toe. So that'll look more like this, just extending that leg. So that'll be a little bit easier option for you. If you don't quite feel stable to do that, it is a very challenging movement. You can certainly come back to doing more of your plank in the high plank position here, and you could do opposite knee to opposite arm. So you're getting a little bit of that rotation, just a little bit more balanced. So that would be an alternative option for your sit out. So 10 to 15 sit-outs on each side, followed by a 30 to 60 second plank. So our plank is just going to be in our standard plank position here on toes and elbows, really engaging that core, squeezing your glutes, really just kind of keeping the body still as much as you can for your 30 to 60 seconds. So really push yourself with the plank too and just see, if you can go past the 60 seconds, then, definitely give that a try too. So really challenge yourself with this workout. It's going to be a lot more strength focused. So we will be back tomorrow with a pull day.